Woody, Jessie, Buzz Lightyear, and a Slinky Dog. More on episode 25. 11 pro tips to conquer Toy Story Land. Hey, theme park hipsters. It's your host, NikkyJ, the owner of ThemeParkHipster.com, where I help you plan the best solo theme park vacation with the latest tips, reviews, personal stories, and more. Today, we are going through all the tips to help you have an epic time in the new Toy Story Land. This week's episode is brought to you by the Solo Theme Park Traveler's Guide, Tips and Tricks for Theme Park Hopping in Florida. Inside, you will discover that the book is divided into 3 parts. The first part includes 6 chapters with tips to teach you how to master your solo vacation. Part 2 includes questions I'm frequently asked and key points to remember when it comes to going to a park alone. And part 3 includes extras that will help you succeed, such as my top hotels and pro resources and tools to get you out there and on your way. You can find this book over on ThemeParkHipster.com or by searching Amazon.com. Now let's jump back in. Welcome back once again, guys. The new addition to Disney's Hollywood Studios, Toy Story Land, has fans of both brands frolicking to the parks in large numbers. The Toy Story Land is based off the Disney-Pixar franchise that stars Woody, Buzz, Jessie, and the whole gang. And as you continue to listen to this podcast episode today, you will learn 11 first-timer tips to doing Toy Story Land like a pro. I have something special for you guys, and I know that, I like to switch it up on you every once in a while, but today on this episode, I will go through 6 tips here in the studio. Then we will go out to the park and hear the rest of the tips in the heart of Toy Story Land. So make sure you hang around for that. Now, my first tip that I want to make sure that I explain to you guys is that you need to know the attractions. There are 3 main attractions in Toy Story Land, and the first one is the Slinky Dog Dash. It's based on the character Andy from the Toy Story series. This fun coaster shows you Andy's journey of assembling his mega coaster play kit. And as you kind of go through his assembly of the toy, you then board the roller coaster, which is kind of made out of a Slinky Dog. It's really cool, guys. And Slinky Dog, he'll take you on this wild, toy-filled adventure with the cute coils across Andy's backyard. You bend and you twist your way throughout this roller coaster, and as you're kind of running through it, you'll see all these toys everywhere. And it's also decorated with festive holiday lights with Jessie, the cowgirl, kind of holding them up for you. Slinky Dog Dash is a tamer type of roller coaster, but it still has a little quirky, wacky side to it. It is something that the whole family can enjoy. And if you are a coaster person, like, hey, this is too kiddie, you'll actually enjoy yourself. It's pretty cool, especially the little hills that you kind of go through, kind of mimicking the Slinky Dog type of effect. So definitely do this one, the Slinky Dog Dash. The next attraction is the Alien Swirling Saucers. This alien swirling saucer takes you into an interstellar, out of this world party, complete with that whole Disney flavored techno music. You spin into space on kind of like a much more milder version of the Mad Tea Party based off of Alice in Wonderland over at the Magic Kingdom. Now, if you don't remember from the Toy Story movie, the flying saucer playset is something that Andy won at one of his favorite restaurants, which was the Pizza Planet. The third attraction here is Toy Story Mania. This has been at Hollywood Studios for about a decade now. I think it opened up in 2008 at Hollywood Studios. And this is a type of point and shoot arcade experience, kind of like Men in Black. It is a carnival style game in an attraction at the same time. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever rode the Toy Story Mania ride over at Hollywood Studios, but when you're going through the queue, it's kind of like you're going through Andy's toy box. And while you're going through it, you'll see classic games such as Candyland, Game Box, one of those Viewmasters, kind of, if you're not an 80s baby, you might not know what this is, but it used to be these little old camera toy-ish kind of, but you have these films and it will have different pictures on there. And when you would hit the right lever, it will kind of go through different pictures. I don't know. They were awesome. That was my childhood. Once you finish going through the queue on Toy Story Mania, you pick up some 3D glasses. And once you pick them up, you board the ride. And that's when you become a part of the whole carnival arcade style game. There are 4 games that are a part of the Toy Story Mania attraction. Game 1 is called Ham and Eggs. Game 2 is called Rex and Trixie's Dino Darts. Game 3 is the Green Army Men Shoot Camp. Game 4 is Buzz Lightyear's Flying Tossers. And Game 5 is Woody's Rootin' Tootin' Shootin' Gallery. The objective of the whole ride is to get the most points. Another tip I have for you is to see Toy Story Land at nighttime. The whole area is so much different at nighttime. See, once the sun goes down, to me, guys, I feel like the toys truly come to life. Well, at least in my own imagination. Slinky Dog Dash has his Christmas lights that they light up at that time. And it kind of invites you to get lost into Andy's backyard. The area, it truly takes on a life of its own. So I recommend making it a priority to see this land in both the daytime and the nighttime. That way, during the day, you can kind of see all the little details, but at nighttime, you can really truly see it in its radiance and its magic. The next tip I have for you guys is to eat all the food if it's in your budget. You know, I'm always here to help you with that budget, guys. There is only one restaurant located inside Toy Story Land, and it's called Woody's Lunchbox. Disney's goal is to take you inside Andy's lunchbox that has now turned into a backyard walk-up, window-serving childhood classic snacks and treats. Now, some of the things that they do have is that they kind of took the Pop-Tart but made it a little Disney-fied, if you know what I mean. There are 2 desserts here. One is called the Raspberry Lunchbox Tart, and the other one is called the Chocolate Hazelnut Lunchbox Tart. They are both similar to those Pop-Tarts used to have back in the day, but they are so much better, and they're Disney-fied. And the chocolate hazelnut one, I mean, it is coated with maple candied bacon. Come on, guys. You can't even get any crazier than that. The next thing you want to remember is that they have breakfast here. And during breakfast, they serve these breakfast bowls. The breakfast bowl that I got was a hearty portion of potato barrels smothered in smoked brisket, country gravy, scrambled eggs, and topped with green onions. And I love my green onions, if you don't know me. Another thing that they do offer for breakfast is the s'mores French toast sandwich. This is a marshmallow and chocolate ganache stuffed in a grilled custard soaked brioche encrusted with graham cracker crumbs. Yes, guys, like they're not playing here at this kids inspired lunchbox. The food here is amazing. There's also the smoked turkey breakfast sandwich and the banana split yogurt parfait that has pineapple, strawberries, and banana between 2 layers of vanilla yogurt and honey topped with granola and dark chocolate chips. Now, here's where the good stuff gets to. I know you're like, what else do they have? That was just breakfast, guys. They have lunch and dinner menu that is out of this world. The first thing they have is the barbecue brisket melt. And this is smoked brisket sliced with pickles and tangy barbecue sauce between melted cheese and Monterey Jack on a grilled sourdough. Then there's the oh so delicious Monte Cristo with, you know, it's going to have it sweet and savory with the turkey and the ham. There's also the smoked turkey sandwich, the grilled 3 cheese sandwich, and tachos. And what are tachos? These are tater tots coated with beef and bean chili, shredded cheese, and signature queso with tomatoes and corn chips, finished with sour cream and green onions. They are doing it big. And it's not just the food. It's not just the food, guys. Go over to the beverages. There is something for the kids and something for the adults. For the kids, they have this thing called the Mystic Portal Punch. It's Powerade Mountain Berry Blast with lemon, lime, and tangerine flavors. And you can get it in this alien souvenir sipper cup. Also, there is the Grown-Ups Lemonade, which has 3 olives, cherry vodka, and all natural lemonade and black cherry puree. I know that we're in a kids land and I'm trying to keep it, you know, kid friendly, but this Grown-Ups Lemonade is an absolute must-have. If you're not into like the vodka thing, they do sell some beers there and apple cider. Hard apple cider. Let me make sure I make that clear. Now, the next tip you want to do is to remember to shop your heart out. There's so much merchandise in Toy Story Land, and not just merchandise of t-shirts, but classic toys and new toys. There's this little toy that's kind of like a pullback toy that is mimicking the Alien Swirling Saucers ride. That is something that I want to get for myself because I looked at it and it was just so cool, and I definitely recommend that you go over there and kind of check it out. And don't forget those Slinky Dog ears that you kind of see on Instagram right now. They're like Mickey ears, but they're Slinky Dog. They are the #1 item this year at Toy Story Land. The next tip you want to do is to remember to just explore the park. Although there are just 3 rides, there's still so much to see and do. There are new Instagram-worthy photo spots, popsicle stick benches, like benches made of gigantic popsicles, guys. And there are unique placement of toys all throughout the park. When you're looking at the green army men that are placed in Andy's backyard, kind of see where they're pointing at. And once you see where they're pointing at, you'll see something new to discover, and it'll keep going. It was so funny because when I was out there, I was discovering all the little toys and how they were placed. It was so crazy because I was looking at a statue of a green army man, and then this real green army man came up next to me to act like he was looking at it too. And it was just so cool. It was just one of those Disney magic touches that I really enjoy at the park. The next tip is to beat the Toy Story Land heat. Summertime in Walt Disney World is like no other theme park, especially if you're a resident of an area that experiences mild summers. You will definitely be taken aback by the hot, humid, indescribable weather that Florida is known for. In Toy Story Land, there's basically no shaded area unless you count the tables at Woody's Lunchbox, which you will most likely have to have food in order to sit there on a busy day. So here are a few tips that I just want you to remember quickly about how to kind of beat the heat. That is to stay hydrated, to bring lots of water, to bring sunscreen, and to pack some frozen wet wipes just to keep in a small lunchbox to kind of get cool. You can put them on your post points. Another tip to help, since there's no shaded area, is to bring your own umbrella. And this will not only help for the rain, but it'll help block the sun. You can read the full article on ThemeParkHipster.com, which I'll leave in the show notes. And there's also an episode dedicated fully to beating the Florida theme park heat. Now let's head over into Toy Story Land to get the 5 tips that I feel like you need to know right away to conquer Toy Story Land. What's up, theme park hipsters? As you can hear the wonderful sound in the background, I am at the newly opened Toy Story Land here at Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney World, Florida. Now, I am here to give you some quick top 5 tips, and then I'll take it back to the studio and we'll finish up this Toy Story Land guide. First thing you want to do is to get your Fast Pass now. Hollywood Studios has a tiered Fast Pass system, meaning basically all the top rides are going to be, you can pick one, but then you have to choose a ride in the 2nd or 3rd tier. All the Toy Story Land rides are in the top tier, so my suggestion for you is to book the Slinky Dog Dash Coaster. When you book that, then you can add something like a Tower of Terror or something like the Rock and Roller Coaster Fast Pass. Tip number 2 is to get here early. I got here about 20 minutes before the gate opened, and I felt like I was running late. Right now, Disney is offering some of its resort guests extra magic hours to Hollywood Studios during this intense summer traffic, and because this is a new attraction area in the park. And right now, those extra magic hours are from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. So if you are staying on site, be sure to take advantage of getting here early, and you can also book your fast passes at the same time. So you come here, get here early, and then still get back on the rides again to explore some more. Tip number 3 is to plan out your time. This is crucial if you really want to truly explore and enjoy Toy Story Land here at Hollywood Studios. First, have your Fast Pass Plus book. Start early. Then when you get over here into the land, I know it's going to be enticing to take so many photos, but head over to do the Swirling Saucers first, then Toy Story Mania. Then use your Fast Pass Plus for the Slinky Dog roller coaster. And after you have done that, you can explore the area, discover as many things as you like, take as many photos as you want. Tip number 4 is to use Disney's mobile ordering service for Woody's lunchbox when you are ready. This is something people are not taking advantage of, and when lunchtime hits, that line is going to go crazy. So get your mobile ordering service. I used it this morning for breakfast, and I actually got one of the breakfast bowls, which had some tater tots kind of smothered with, some country gravy and some eggs, scallions. It was actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. Tip number 5 is to have fun. As you can hear this beautiful atmosphere in the background, I am enjoying myself. It is beautiful out here. It's a beautiful day. It is hot, so you're going to want to be prepared. If you need any tips, definitely go to ThemeParkHipster to look at how to survive the summertime at Florida theme parks. Have fun, take lots of photos, and back to the studio. Welcome back to the studios, guys. You are now loaded with all of the tips to conquering Toy Story Land. But I want to know, what tip do you think is the most helpful for planning a day inside the new area? What is it? Leave me a message on the episode comment section, or you can just email me at ThemeParkHipster@gmail.com. Be sure to rate and review this episode. That way I can continue to bring you the best theme park hacks tailored just for you. Don't forget to download your free Theme Park Hipster app over on the Apple App Store. And once again, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to the Theme Park Hipster Show. Remember that you are my friend and you are my family, whether you know that or not. And until next time, happy park hopping, hipsters. The content on the Theme Park Hipster Show represents my own and not those of any organizations or activity mentioned. I am just someone here who likes to share my own stories to you and hope that I can help you have the best vacation ever.